Over here, Walnut Park in Washington Street, where you got it. Some more construction work on the curbs and ramps and all that good stuff. So I guess they're gonna go back as far as here to stop their slope. A lot of markings. .8%. I guess it can't be greater than 7.5%. 5x4 level landing. Yeah, all those markings mean something. Same thing they got going on over here. They already kind of jackhammered it up. Just ready for the excavator to kind of four by five, 5x4, 50. Somebody said 50 inch by 50 inch. Somebody said 48 by 48. So what gear on the 50 by 50? Because it's bigger. Always go for the greater number. A quick walk down here and see what they got going on down here. Like I said, they're trying to race against time, because they took a break for quite some time. Then they're back at it again. I don't know if they got it right this time or they had to go back to the drawing board. Who knows? But this one here, it looks like they're just fixing the cracks in the sidewalk. So they kind of mocked it out. They're probably just gonna just fix that because it has a lot of cracks in the sidewalk. When we get down here, I don't know what happened. I think they might have hit a gas line, and National Grid is probably repairing what they damaged. But it's kind of hard to say. But we'll find out when we get down there. Yeah, I think no, I think that's what happened. I'm almost more likely that's what happened than not happened, but.
We're clearing University Road. What if you're reading on air for fuel?
7.5 right there. See, these ramps here, I think there should just be a straight through. I don't think it should be any ramp at all. I think it should just be a straight level pass right through. So you really can't mess that up, because it just actually a same transition of the asphalt going straight through. So that should be completely straight. Here we got some more curbs that are kind of tucking up. I think this is more. Somebody said that this is between 8 to 10,000. I think a job like this is more than 8 to 10,000, to be honest with you. Just this, I'm talking about this, just this section right here, moving all these curves, excavating all this, resetting it back in there, putting concrete around the curbstones and everything. There's another one of those, it's like street lighting. You see they patched it before, it's probably got to be patched again. Take a quick. So you got National Grid over here laying down some, what's it called, like polyethylene pipe? Something like similar to PVC, but not quite the same. Like I said, it could have been a, I ask him, maybe he might have the answer. Hey, did they mess up one of your pipes doing that ground?
Yeah.
That's what happened, right?
Yeah, the sidewalk guys.
I figured that because they did it further down the other way too.
Yeah, last week too.
Yeah, so
Fred DeRoma.
yeah, all right. I kind of figured it because they kept doing it. They broke some lines down there too. So they be doing a whole lot of crazy stuff, but they can't get it right. So that's my suspicions is correct. They excavated the even though they put the dig safe marks here. that's why you call 811 to mark your lines. But they did mark the lines. All this was marked. Everything was marked. Somehow the excavators didn't use the little blow thing to see where you're digging at and see how these lines cross. So you got electrical going one way, you got gas going the other way, right there. So if you don't pay attention, that will happen. So that's what you get when and I'm not going to say the name of the company. Hey, what's up, man? I'm not going to say the name of the company, but there's a company that's known for breaking lines like this. I wonder if it's the same company. So that's what they did. So what they're doing, they're replacing the whole entire gas line now back to the meter because of a mishap that somebody could have avoided. I wonder who picks the tab up on that. It should be the city of Boston, right? Or they send it to the contractors. I mean, you head across to this other one over here too. So all these sidewalks are getting done over because somebody messed up on that, and now somebody messed up on they hit several gas lines. There's more than one and two. I think it's several gas lines they've hit doing this, which is very dangerous, by the way. If you don't report it right away and get it shut off. They did some electrical lines further down a couple of times. They hit a couple of street lighting lines, and I want to say they hit one water and sewer line too, if I'm not mistaken. But they've been hitting a lot of stuff out here. Not paying attention, that's what it is. Just because you have an excavating license don't mean you know how to use an excavator. That's pretty much very, very true. And you got to pay attention to the depth. And you're supposed to be a spotter. You should have a spotter when you're doing excavating, especially in the city, because even though they put, I can't see how you get that wrong. If somebody tells you there's a gas line there, you should be expecting a gas line there, whether it's 16 or 18 feet, or inches rather. You're supposed to know that. So that's what we got so far. This part here is, they're fixing the bumps in the sidewalk from the tree roots. So these tree roots over the years get so strong, they kind of raise up the sidewalk. So what they're doing, they're trying to get that back to a smooth surface. Over there they got those all mocked up too, so they'll be excavating that probably the next couple of weeks. All those over there, the same exact thing. Oh, that's gonna be, take a walk down here where they got now this area here always had a big hump. If you ever walk down Washington Street or rode your bike or anything on the sidewalk here, you know what I'm talking about. There's a big hump, like enough that you could break your nose and your lip and all that other good stuff. And this is after years and years and years. So this finally getting to fix this stuff now. See where they had to cut. I smell gas right here. Right when you back up about right here, strong odor of gas right here. On the McCapelin, because they don't, gas doesn't actually have a smell, but that scent they put inside it, it's called McCapelin. They put that inside it so you can identify gas. Pretty good stretch of a quick walk over this stuff here. Like I said, there's a lot of I don't know if they hurry up and spend the money and so no one doesn't catch up to what they're doing. Who knows? I suppose if you park your car over here, you can't use the driveway until they finish. This is a secondary driveway for you to get your car in there. It has to be a secondary driveway because there's a car in there. So they're doing pretty much sidewalks, curbs, ramps. And they stopped at this, well, they didn't stop here because it goes further down. It keeps going. So I think they got different contractors doing each section. Some of the contractors are doing the same section, but different crews. This is Dimmick Street, if you're asking. Pretty much got the same thing here. Ripping that whole entire curb up and redoing it over. Take a look at the other one too while we're here. That's Boston Transportation right there. It's probably part of the traffic light system. Over here, I don't know what all this wiring is here. I don't know if it's look like dead wiring or old wiring. A couple of years ago, there was a contractor that knocked out the MBTA lines right at that same corner where you see the National Grid guys. The worst thing you could do is try to cover it up. Just call the appropriate people and have it get fixed, because they're going to figure it out sooner or later. You see how close these conduits are to the ground? Right, like right there, for example. That's less than 18 inches. But fair to say, if you got a marking, you got to just kind of figure out it's going to be pretty close, because they're not burying these stuff that deep. It's supposed to be 18 inches. A lot of people skim off the top and do 16. I see some people do a little less than 16, but it is what it is. No one's holding them accountable for it, so they're going to do what they want to do. That's what we have so far. If you haven't seen this construction in your neighborhood and you live in the city of Boston, either they already did it or they're on their way to do it. So just about everywhere in the city of Boston, no matter what part, what town, Back Bay, South End, doesn't matter, Roxbury, Dorchester, Mattapan, you're going to see them doing these ramps over. And so along with doing the ramps, because you got to fix, let me cross over so I can show you what I'm talking about. You got to fix these kind of things right here too, because if you don't fix these, giving them a ramp is no good. So if you have a good ramp, but you have a trip hazard like this, I mean it's still not compliant. So therefore they gotta fix all that. See how the roots kind of pull the ground up? How this is all uplifted over here from the roots? I mean that's for years and years and years and more years of just tree roots just uplifting. So they'll be cutting these roots. Hopefully it doesn't weaken the tree. It may not, who knows. All right, guys, that's what we have. Construction along Washington Street over here. So along that whole side is no parking because of the construction. There was one time, I hope it doesn't happen this time. If it does, I'll make a video of it. There was a meter maid arguing with the construction workers because it was street cleaning on the side of the street, but they have a permit to occupy this space. So the permit overrides the street cleaning because this space is allocated to them for that particular reason, for construction. And the meter maid was telling them they got to move their vehicle and all this stuff. And they're like, no, they don't have to move the vehicle because they're doing construction for this very same spot right here. So you don't tell them to move and give them a ticket because that's what they're doing. So a lot of people don't use common sense or good judgment. And that's because of not understanding or not caring. Who knows? So when they have this blocked off, that means that this spot is for them. It's like it's almost as if they rented this spot for the day because the vehicles could park here. They're going to be excavating. They're going to be working. So anybody with common sense would say, hey, leave those guys alone. They're working here. There's always one person that has to pretty much do something different. And I think street cleaning on this is on every Wednesday, so which is be tomorrow, by the way. So we'll see how that works out. But it's on the overnight, so it's 12 a.m. to, well, those cones are still going to be there anyway, so they're not going to move those out the way. And they can't because this is the passageway for the pedestrians to walk on, so they wouldn't move that out the way unless they're retarded. But that's what we have so far, guys. But catch you guys. Hold on, before we leave. Catch you guys on the next one.